TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Detroit Tigers launched 3 home runs as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins, 8-5. Right now, the Tigers are in second place in the AL Central, while the Twins are leading the American League Central. The White Sox beat the Tribe in Cleveland 1-0. As of today, the Indians are in third place in the AL Central, while the White Sox are in last place in the AL Central. The Kansas City Royals hit 3 long balls as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics, 7-2. In other news out of Oakland, starting pitcher Andrew Triggs is currently listed as day-to-day. He is suffering from an inflamed nerve. At the moment, the Royals sit in third place in the American League Central, while the Athletics are in fourth place in the AL West. The Toronto Blue Jays only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Orioles 1-0. Looking at the Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. In the AL Central, the Chicago White Sox tossed a combined 1-hitter as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 5-0. Michael Brantley grabbed 3 base knocks as the Indians took care of Detroit 5-4. The Kansas City Royals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Angels 5-4. In other Royals news, right fielder Paulo Orlando will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with a pulled muscle in his leg. Also in Angels news, shortstop Yunel Escobar is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see. Welcome, everyone. A very happy Easter to you from all of us here at Inside the Show. Let's recap how Saturday's games played out. Starting in the American League Central, the White Sox put together 10 hits total as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 8-5. The Detroit Tigers got together to allow 4 hits as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 3-1. The Halos beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 5-0. The Cardinals combined to allow only 4 hits as they pummeled the Yankees 7-0. The Toronto Blue Jays allowed only 5 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 3-0. The Red Sox held their opponent to just 2 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 4-1. The Astros cracked 14 hits overall as they defeated the A's in Oakland 9-4. In other athletics news, catcher Stephen Vaught is currently listed as day-to-day. He's dealing with a finger contusion. The Rangers amassed 14 hits in the game as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 8-2. The Atlanta Braves got 11 overall hits as they bested the visiting Padres 4-1. They now have 5 straight.
Afternoon baseball on MLB Network from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Phil Hughes starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, if you look at the rotation, this is the guy everybody questions. How is he still in? ERA over 5 last season. But what I see is a guy that they trust. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go be out there and battle. And let's just see if maybe he can turn this trend around of inconsistency.
Things expected to warm up a bit as the afternoon goes on, but still just 52 degrees here at game time. Legs churning. He's headed for second, and he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in the scoring position, 1 batter into the game.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. HR, how do they go about completing the sweep on the road? And that'll be the fourth wide one, so put runners at the corners here with one man gone. Here's Todd Frazier now. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. Skied into straightaway right. Grossman is there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ballgame. From the stretch, Avisail Garcia is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one. Past history with Phil Hughes, just a 1-for-12 career line. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. And the pitch on 2-1. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Standing in, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Twins, center fielder Danny Santana.
In the air, out to right. Garcia has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. HR, how do they go about ending the losing streak they're mired in?
Well, Matt, they find themselves already down 1. The big thing here, realize you got a lot of game left. Just score 1 run. Try to get right back in the game, even it up, and play the whole 9 innings. You can't just play part of the game, play the whole game.
Here's Miguel Sano. Previously against Carlos Rodon, the pitcher zoned him. He's a paltry 1-for-11. He also has 1 home run. Herald these White Sox as they enter play today. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matt, it's been a pretty good weekend for them. I mean, you win Friday and Saturday, and now you come here ready to win and possibly sweep the series on Sunday here. So, impressive weekend for them.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. 2-out hit, and that'll bring Brian Dozier to the plate this inning as well.
Well, that's a slider breaking in right there, and if it's not in on your hands, that's a dangerous pitch. He got lucky that ball didn't go further.
Dozier.
Here's Brian Dozier now. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here's the 1-0. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, he got out in front of the changeup. He's looking for a fastball right there because he got the bat head so far out he was able to pull it. If that was a fastball, he might have kept it fair.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Into the windup and the pitch. Giovanni Soto is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Let's take a look at the Twins defensively, brought to you by Majestic. They are in the top 5 in the most errors committed by a team. So it's not just one player that's kicking the ball, but it's been routinely as a team. And when you're giving up that many errors and make that many mistakes, you're not going to win many ball games.
Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
It can be tough to lay off a high fastball like that because right at your eye level, it looks like it's so easy to hit, and then it's by you.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Yohan Moncada goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Byung-Ho Park, and he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
3-1 now as that misses down and in. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a ball hit high and fairly deep down the left field line. This ball has a chance and gone for a home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him as the Twins have come back to tie it at 1.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
In now, Ben Paulson.
Designated hitter.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now that's a swing you want to put in your memory bank. He got off to a slow start here in April, but that's something to build on. And if he can continue to move forward, we'll see him get the average up soon.
Here's Robbie Grossman. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The shortstop.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Has a look, now the pitch. Ball 1. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by.
Well, he tried to double up with him on fastballs. Showed him one. He got the next one. He measured the first one and timed the second one for the base hit.
Stepping in now, Chris Jimenez. So ground this one fouled off to the left side. First and second now, 1 man out. This is hit sharply to the left side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third. So they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Whoa, he hit that one a little bit too hard. Line drive single, but the runner at second had to hold up. So he's not going to score, but nice piece of hitting anyway.
Into the box, Danny Santana, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. It was a flyout for him to start the home first. Here comes the 1-0. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Hit on the ground to third. Frazier is there. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Downtown Minneapolis skyscrapers as we continue our coverage on MLB Network. Number 32 is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
I'll tell you what, right there, Matt, that's a sign of a guy that was sitting on an off-speed pitch. He threw that fastball right behind him.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down.
Shortstop, Tim
Into the windup and the pitch. Tim Anderson is at the plate as he looks at ball one. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Hit to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Jeez, this looked like a routine grounder that just got away from him. Every school kid knows that you've got to look it all the way into the glove. He didn't, and now they've got to deal with a one-out base runner.
Melky Cabrera comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out.
The first baseman.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Abreu. First plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick. A 1-0 delivery. Out of play. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Todd Frazier will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-2. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Rosario.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. The one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Liner towards second. But this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first
Now
out.
batting, third baseman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Miguel Sano. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Now that is power. You want to challenge me? I'm going to give him a big swing. That was the big swing right there. I loved it.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Throw gets him 2 down.
The second baseman, number 2.
Riding in once again, Brian Dozier. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now a swing and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reaction. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. On the ground up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, that's a first pitch single. Maybe they got to get a little more aggressive. He's dominated them early in counts and throughout the whole game. Maybe they've changed their game plan. We'll see. Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
Yohan Moncada comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Hit on the ground out to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
And here's Tyler Saladino. He swings and grounds it to short. The Dozier for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on.
Leading off the 4th inning, first baseman, Byung-Ho Park.
Byung-Ho Park is in for the 2nd time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. Ball 2.
Well, clearly they didn't forget what he did last time with the home run, because they are really pitching him careful right here. And now they're 2-0 and behind the count again.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
Gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Oh, look at Frazier to first. He is out. Cody Ashe will come in as the new 3rd baseman now following the injury.
Now playing 3rd base, number 25.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit to first. Fielded by Abreu, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Robbie Grossman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a neck-high fastball that time. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error make up the totals for the Twins to this point. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, number 32. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Center fielder, number 32.
Runs up to bunt here, but he missed it for strike 1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Hit to first. Park gloves it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Tim Anderson.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Sano is there. Throw to first is going to beat him, though, as they're able to thwart the bunt attempt. Now that's a Gold Glove caliber play there.
Barehanded grabs might be one of the best looking plays in baseball. It not only takes tremendous body control and focus, but the fielder also needs to have a quick and accurate release to make an out. A highlight reel play there for sure.
Here's Melky Cabrera. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The windup and the 0-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the dugout. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded to short. Polanco gloves it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Ready for another chance? Jorge Polanco. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Jorge Polanco.
Liner toward right center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Matt, we've watched him struggle early, but you always talk about in-game adjustments. Right here, he jumps on the first pitch. They look more aggressive. They look like they've changed their whole game plan to come out now and start firing on all cylinders.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Digging in once again, Danny Santana. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Popped up. There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Eddie Rosario. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Two and 0 pitch on the way. 3-0 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Fouled back. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Digging in to try it again, Jose Abreu. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Cody Ashe.
Into the windup and the pitch. Cody Ashe is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the White Sox. Inside corner called as strike 1 and 2. Ground ball right side. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
Right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
First pitch coming now from Hughes. Here's a first pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Ball 1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1 and 2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
The 0-1 pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. A runner on first with 2 away. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is. Here's Miguel Sano. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Miguel Sano.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long. Well, we'd be doing you a disservice if we didn't employ Show Track to show you that home run again. No doubt one of the most impressive long balls we've seen. That ball was screaming off the bat, and the projected distance comes in at over 480 feet. Wow, that's tough to top. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's Brian Dozier now. As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Garcia has a read on it. One away.
Now batting,
Byung-Ho Park will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Squared that one up just a little late. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it gives the Twins a 3-1 lead.
Well, he clearly didn't miss that pitch. He's so strong. If you look at the extension on that ball, he just really muscled that ball to the ballpark when it comes down to it.
Jake Petrichka, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound. Standing in now, Ben Paulson. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Right fielder, Robbie Grossman.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Robbie Grossman checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. The sights. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Yohan Moncada is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Liner toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. Ready for another shot now. Tyler Saladino 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game. First pitch strike to hitters. That's why he's deep in the game right now.
On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Santana. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing here for the White Sox, and it remains a 3-1. Digging in and looking for more, Jorge Polanco. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Polanco around first, heading for second now. And he is into second base with a double, his third hit this afternoon.
When you're leading by 1 run, you want to do everything you can to add to the lead and give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference, so double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch, and he pops up the bunt attempt, and he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Ready for another chance? Danny Santana. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Oh, and he surged this one out into right field. That one's going to fall in. A base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
The left fielder, number 20.
Striding in once again, Eddie Rosario. And he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. Byron Buxton will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 25, Byron Buxton.
First offering on its way. Pitch outside, the throw. Not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher. And now after the stolen base, they'll go ahead and put him on here to keep the double play in order with one away. Here's Miguel Sano. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Smoked on the ground up the middle. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. Byron Buxton will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing center field, number 25, Byron.
And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 on its way from Hughes. Line to the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning. Here's Melky Cabrera. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And it looks like that's going to be all for Phil Hughes. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Buddy Bashirs takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. Now Cabrera awaits the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit to short. Polanco scoops it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Here's Cody Ashe, and with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit, but if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Swing and a liner, but foul. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Ready on 0-2. And a sinker there. Swung on and missed for out number 3. A man left. Tommy Kahnle is on to pitch out of the bullpen. The bottom half of the eighth.
48, Tommy Kahnle.
Brian Dozier is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, you got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Well, he went for the big swing and ends up getting a swinging bunt. You couldn't have rolled the ball any better. Starts off the inning. Here we go. We're off and flying. A leadoff single.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, going to the pen, this is not what they wanted. He comes up, he gives up one hit, now another back-to-back base hits. I'm curious what's going through the mind of the manager right now as he's looking at his bullpen.
In now, Ben Paulson. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
Now batting, right
digging
fielder,
in the switch hitter, Robbie Grossman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Max Kepler will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only one out in the inning. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike one. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Cabrera. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Dozier is on his way home. The relay, but too late, and he's safe at third. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead. Digging in once again, Jorge Polanco. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Popped high in the air. Anderson coasts under it. 2 down.
Great scoring opportunity miss right there. You talk about frustration. Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. First offering on its way. Chris Jimenez is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. The 0-1 looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over.
A run for the Twins, and it comes on this.
Max Kepler will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Glenn Perkins comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Max Kepler.
Avisail Garcia is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's the catcher, Giovanni Soto now. He went down on strikes last time up. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Number 10, second baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Ready once again, Yoan Moncada. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And now this crowd announced at around 33,000 come to their feet. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made, and the Twins will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over. And the score finishes 4-1 today. Phil Hughes earns the win, his 2nd. Glenn Perkins records the save, his 5th of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for this afternoon.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central, the Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd, 4-1. Also in Chi Sox news, third baseman Todd Frazier will not be in the lineup for the next couple of days. He's dealing with an abdominal strain. Looking at the standings, the Twins are leading the American League Central Division, and the White Sox are in last place in the AL Central. The Indians totaled 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 7-4. Also from Cleveland, catcher Yan Gomes is listed as day-to-day, but is not expected to see any time on the DL. He is dealing with a bruised arm. Right now, the Indians sit in 3rd place in the American League Central